is the Mediterranean Sea of Egypt. Hi there, Salam alaikum. Good afternoon. This is Marsa Matruh, a city on the Mediterranean coast of northwestern Egypt. Today is Wednesday, September 25th, 2024, about 82 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 28 degrees Celsius. So I traveled here by taxi today from Alexandria, about a 2.5 hour drive, and yeah, taxi came in here and I saw that mosaic over there, and so I pinned the location on the map so that I can come over here and find it and start the video. And then hello, salam. Everything good? Yes. Hello, hello. No, thank you. No, thank you. Shukran. And so I came over here to start the video there, and then I saw this other, whatever you call it, not a mosaic, but obviously depicting the local area. Ship, palm trees. Maybe that is the Siwa Oasis with the like mud buildings. So Marsa Matruh is a beach destination which has some of the most beautiful beaches in the world by the looks of it, from the images online. And then the color of the water from my hotel room, as you could maybe see there, just looks absolutely extraordinary. Color of blue. So I haven't been to the beaches yet, just arrived about an hour ago. And so we're going to walk over to the water if we can get there. The best beaches, I guess, are outside of the city, and so we probably won't see the nicest beaches in this video because I'm just going to walk around here for today, and then I have 3 nights at that hotel there, so another 2 full days to explore this city that looks really quite nice. It is busy, but a lot mellower than Alexandria, at least. So here, a proper mosaic with, you know, the little pieces of tiles. This seems to be more of a representation of the sea with fishes and waves, I guess. All right, so let's walk this way. My hotel is just a like 12-minute or something walk this way, and then we'll get over to the water one way or another. see what it's like there. So the taxi ride costs $66 US. Now, as I showed in my last video around Alexandria, Uber worked there, and Uber is super cheap. When I got the ride back to my hotel at the end of the day, then it was only $4 for what is like a 45-minute or so taxi ride. And so if I could have used Uber to come here, then I would have. But Uber doesn't actually work here in Marsa Matruh. So if it works, go for it. It is definitely the great way to get around. It's too bad that it doesn't work here, because that would be perfect to get out to the beaches. But anyways, taxis will do the trick. They aren't too expensive either. And as you saw there, got a nice price on the hotel. And so things are definitely very, very affordable here in Egypt, especially once you find the real local prices. That was a very fancy 4-star hotel room that I had there in Alexandria, but you can definitely travel for much cheaper. And so this street here is now headed straight for the sea, a large bay there. So I'm going to give again a quick recap of my previous trips to Egypt, but make it quicker this time. So just wanted to kind of give an idea of where I've been before, and then what the plan is for this trip. So first time to Egypt was in 2009, and I'll just tell you quickly where I went, since I went into a little more detail in another video. But Cairo, Great Pyramids, Aswan, Luxor, Dakhla Oasis, and I forgot to mention this in the other one, but I think it was called the Farafra Oasis. Anyways, it was another oasis where I did an overnight excursion into the desert. I think it was the White Desert, by vehicle. Drove out there, stayed the night with the two girls, the Canadian and the Spanish girl. The guy from Portland had moved on prior to this adventure, and that was really extraordinary. The images of the desert, just really beautiful, soft sand dunes, etc., with rock formations sticking up out of the sand. And then back to Cairo. And then my second trip was in 2009, a decade later, and that time I just went to Cairo again and revisited the pyramids. So this trip is all set because online it says that you need an onward flight to enter Egypt. They never asked me. So if you want to come to Egypt and don't want to be locked into an onward flight, then you can always just not book it. Salam alaikum. And then if you do get asked, Salam alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. If you do get asked for it either when you're checking in for the flight or at passport control, then you can always just book a flight on the spot. you can book a flight in minutes. So maybe just be prepared, having looked in advance and knowing what flight you might want, or maybe just the cheapest flight out of the country or whatever. But anyways, point being, I went ahead and booked a flight out of Egypt, and so it leaves from here, from Marsa Matruh, so that I don't have to do the drive back to Alexandria. Now, there were extremely limited flights out of here, so it's referred to as Marsa Matruh International Airport. But when I looked, there were only 2 flights. One was to Milan, Italy. The other was to Verona, Italy. Those might have been the only 2 flights for the entire month of October, or at least in the week that I was looking for, something like that. But there were no flights from here to elsewhere in Egypt. And so I booked a flight to Milan on October 8th. So that gives me almost another 2 weeks. And then from Milan, then I will decide where I'm going from there, but at least I will have lots of options. So that just saves me having to go back to Alexandria or to Cairo. And so the main place that I wanted to see on this trip was the Siwa Oasis, which looks just really amazing. I'm here 3 nights, and then we'll head to the Siwa Oasis, and I will plan to spend at least a week there, maybe even more, because I'll have more than a week left. As I mentioned in a previous video, I had decided not to come to Egypt because it was too hot. But that was a couple weeks ago, and the temperatures are coming down. It's still warm, but you get the sea breezes here on the Mediterranean coast. But it is going to be hotter in the desert, but at least it isn't insanely hot. It's going to be like in the low 90s instead of more than 100, so that makes it tolerable at least. So that is the plan. Okay, my hotel is right down there, just a couple of minutes. The water straight up ahead, and I am starving despite being an awkward time of the day, around 4 p.m. So let's see if there's kind of a nice-ish restaurant overlooking the sea. I'm guessing there will be. Good news, we got a juice stand. I'm not seeing oranges or pomegranates though. I don't even know what those are. Watermelons, the green ones. Not sure about the yellow ones, but anyway, so here we have a little theme park. Looks like basically kids rides, so that's a good sign as far as it being a nicer area than what I showed around my hotel. Whoa, okay, yeah, it's looking nice. This is a much better scene, to say the least, than around my hotel in Alexandria, which was an absolute, just like, apocalyptic wasteland. So look at this, the water right there. Gotta be a restaurant around here somewhere. Hello. I'm guessing that these rides will be working later in the evening after the heat of the day. Balcona Cafe and hookahs. Virtual Reality Max. All right. let's get a better look at the water. So there's a tiny little beach over here, but it actually looks pretty nice. And look at that water. It is totally see-through. All right, what a sight. So, little beach there, and then a bigger one over there. The typical, very crowded kind. But that is pretty sweet, just a 5-minute or so walk from my hotel. Water looks perfectly clean, lots of garbage here, but none on the beach at least. And then I guess there are more beaches over on that side. Interesting memorial or whatever there. All right, all right, all right. What a fun scene. Very nice. So far, not seeing any restaurants. But gotta be some around here somewhere. So let's wander down that way, see what else there is. I could walk through the sand, or I can walk a lot easier up on the street here. So, where are the restaurants? I guess maybe time to look on my phone. All right, I think that I'm going to turn it around, head back, and look for a restaurant more in the center of things. So, quest number 1, can I find somewhere that's serving a beer? If not, then can I find somewhere serving some good fruit juice? So I came back to my hotel and decided to ask them about where there might be a restaurant that serves beer. There are only 2 hotels, I guess, like in all of Marsa Matruh, and they are next to each other about a mile away, and so I just wasn't in the mood for doing that trek there. So they have a restaurant up on the roof, and then they can serve you drinks down here. So got a mint lemonade. Let's give this a try. Oh man, very good. And then I will check out the restaurant up on the top there and see what they got. restaurant at the top of my hotel only served meals that were ordered in advance, and then it takes like 90 minutes to make that. So I asked him for a recommendation of a nice restaurant nearby, and he recommended this one. It is called Kamona. And I just ordered a bunch of food, so we'll see what I get. The menu was in all Arabic, but the waiter spoke good English and helped me out with the ordering. Looking forward to it. I'm starving.